Hey everybody, it's Kim with Dudash Farms. It's Friday night. There's Brian back in the background. It's Friday night. We're here for What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms. And we're excited. We've got something it's a really great recipe to share with you this evening. Brian's been preparing and cooking all day. And so tonight, if you saw the headline, we're going to be making braised beef short ribs tonight. It's a great recipe that we actually got from Biltmore, so really excited to share it with you. It's been a great week this week, and it's been a busy week around the farm, and we're anxious to just settle down a little bit this evening before we go to the farmer's market tomorrow, which, by the way, we'll talk about who's going to be there a little bit later and share with you what you can expect to find. But let's go ahead and get started. It's quite a preparation here, so let's turn it around and see what Brian's got going on. Hey!
Hello, Kimmy.
Hello. Tell us what you got going on.
Okay, so for beef ribs, beef
Yes.
short ribs, actually our beef ribs come in a couple different cuts or sizes. So we actually cook some ahead of time that we'll show you here in a little bit. And they're big squares or rectangles, and those are also used like on a smoker.
Yeah.
And this is another way we have our short ribs cut, kind of like in cubes, I would say.
Yeah.
And then we also
Kim size. Yeah.
A little bit easier to handle.
Exactly.
The other way we also have them cut is thin cut, almost looks like thick bacon, and that's our Korean cut. And we're not going to do that tonight. We have done that before, but it's just another way to cook our beef
prepare
ribs.
beef ribs,
Yeah,
depending on
yeah.
what you like.
So you can smoke them, braise them, or
Grill 'em.
Grill them. That's the option for the Korean ribs. And
Yeah.
it's interesting. A beef rib, the big ones, you got to cook for a while.
Yeah.
But those Korean cut ones, I mean, it's like 2 minutes on each side and it's done.
Yeah.
So okay, so back to this. Yeah. So we were at Biltmore for your birthday.
Yes.
Had a great weekend, and they had this on their menu. And so we looked it up, and we had it maybe a week after your birthday, and we tweaked it a little bit to just our own satisfaction.
Yeah.
So on our beef ribs, we just put some salt, pepper, and thyme. And this is not a short, simple, and easy recipe like we like to do. So this is probably something more for the weekend.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put this into a cast iron skillet that's been preheated. And we also have our oven that's preheated to 300 degrees.
Got it.
So we're going to put a little bit of oil in the pan here. And Kim was a team player.
I'm letting him use
And
my
gave up her
cast iron
cornbread.
skillet. That's
Dedicated
anyway.
to cornbread.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it. All right. So heating that up.
We're just going to brown these on all sides.
So if you're just joining us, hey, I see your mama's watching.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom. So if you're just joining us, we're making some braised beef short ribs tonight. And we got the inspiration for this recipe from Biltmore. We went to Biltmore and saw this on the menu and looked up the recipe and came home and made it for ourselves. And as Brian said, we tweaked it for Dudash Farms. And we're actually going to be able to show you a finished product because Brian made some of these earlier today.
Yeah. So total time is probably about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on the size of the ribs.
Yeah.
So it's something that takes a little bit of time to do.
Yeah, something you're not going to be able to do over there. Your mom says, hi, kids. Hey, Carolyn Clark. Carolyn's watching. Carolyn's joining us for beef ribs tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So Brian is browning these on all sides. Carolyn said those look great. Yeah, they do. And you know, full disclosure here, I am traditionally not a huge beef short rib fan. I'm just not. But I do like them prepared the way that Brian's preparing them tonight. And I do like the beef short ribs, or the Korean cut short ribs that we've done before. So Hi, Eric. Eric D-Dash is watching.
Hey, cuz. So yeah, so a beef short rib has a big bone in it.
Yeah.
Has a thick layer of fat.
It does.
So
if you like beef fat, you're gonna love short ribs, and a lot of people do. I don't, but that's my preference. Everybody's different.
But that's also why they're inexpensive too.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So he's getting them a little brown on.
Trying to get it on all sides
them
here.
all around here. So I guess I could. There's something while we're waiting for this to brown. I could tell you some neat information. So you guys know that we are currently on the menu at the Pottery House Cafe in Pigeon Forge. We've mentioned that before. And we're excited because we are going to be in another local restaurant soon. It's a little premature to make the announcement, but we're looking forward to making that announcement soon. So you'll be able to find D-Dash Farms products at another restaurant soon. So if you're just joining us, we're making braised beef short ribs, and Brian has put a little bit of oil in the bottom of this cast iron skillet, and he's browning these short ribs on all sides. Seasoned them with some salt, pepper, and thyme.
You know, tonight's high school graduation.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all those folks.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure
it's like the week of graduation.
3/4 of the county is there tonight.
Exactly. Hey, that's okay. Carrie Shannon is watching. Good to see you guys watching tonight. Hi, McKenna Loy. All right. So we're getting pretty close.
Yep. So we're actually going to take these out of the pan to finish this.
All right, so what we
good.
Hey, Sharon Manning's watching. Sharon is a fan of Found a Pearl Farm. We know that, and her Dutch chocolate cake, right, Sharon? Scotch, Dutch. Well, you know, it's
that down.
Something around there like that. Okay, now what?
So we're going to add a diced onion.
Okay.
Then a couple stalks of celery and a couple medium carrots.
Alrighty.
So we're just going to cook this a little bit. I guess you would call it like a light caramelization, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're thinking your pan. It's really...
That's all right. It is what it is. Do you ladies season your cast iron pan for your cornbread? Me too. Carolyn says, oh, yum. Yeah, doesn't it sound good? Even sounds good. Smells really good too. And we're going to serve this dish over some polenta. If you're wondering what's in this other pot here. Polenta is like a boiled cornmeal, actually,
yeah.
and it's a lot like grits.
Right? Yep.
Yeah. You can also serve this over mashed potatoes if you're not a polenta fan, but if you've never tried polenta, you should really try polenta. Oh, Sharon says, but I really love D-Dash meats also. Thank you, Sharon. Love cast iron. I do too, Carolyn. Carolyn Clark says she loves cast iron. I love cooking with cast iron, and she loves polenta. It really is. Yeah, if you've never tried polenta, if you're living in this area and you're like, I don't know what that is, give it a shot. But I tell you, it's difficult to find in the stores around here, but it's there.
Yeah, I never remember my mom cooking with a cast iron skillet. So, Mom, I think you're watching. You can explain why you never used one. Maybe it truly is a Southern thing. She's
a Wisconsin girl.
Yeah.
Smell-o-vision, Eric says. Yeah, we definitely need smell-o-vision,
okay,
Eric. It smells good around here. So he's...
We're going to add about a 1/4 cup of tomato paste.
Okay. Adding some tomato paste.
I'm just going to cook or kind of spread it out a little bit before we add any more liquids to it.
Right.
Did you see that?
I did. Kind of gloppy, huh?
Maybe the liquids will help.
I think it probably would.
All right, so we're going to add 2 cups of red wine.
Okay. So adding some red wine to this. Eric Dudash says my mom never used it either, so it must have been. I don't know.
And that's in
you
Pennsylvania.
guys were deprived. All right, so we have to let this kind of.
So you want to reduce this down by half. So
okay.
Just take 5.
So this
6
is probably
minutes.
a great opportunity for us to talk about the farmers market.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
So let's do that. All right, y'all. So while he reduces the wine down in our veggies, let me tell you who's going to be at the farmers market tomorrow. So Dandridge Farmers Market, downtown Dandridge, on the corner of Gay and Meeting Street. And if you're wondering where in the world is Meeting Street, that's 92. That's Highway 92 and Gay Street. So we're right there. In the morning, you'll see our yellow tent tops. We all look the same. We would absolutely love to see you. We're going to have a full house tomorrow because it's getting to be that time of the year when the vegetables are starting to come in. So we're going to have some more veggies tomorrow. But let me tell you the rundown. Let me give you the rundown of all the vendors. We've got Living Kitchen Farms. Kane will be there tomorrow. He's got the most beautiful plants and vegetables. So you guys come and check out what they've got. Flowers. He really has some amazing stuff. And then Grace Pastures will be there tomorrow. They've got all natural chicken. So they're gonna bring all the products they have, and they'll also be taking pre-orders for next week. So come on out and see Grace Pastures. Cheney Produce is going to be back tomorrow, so they're going to have some vegetables. Come on out and see the Cheneys, see what vegetables they have. Brian and I, of course, we're going to be there. We're going to have our grass-fed beef and pork. We're going to have lamb, eggs, coffee. We are also going to have some broccoli and some cabbage.
And
onions, scallions. So we've got some vegetables for you too. The broccoli looks amazing. So come out and get you some. House of Douglas is going to be there. Miss Linda will be there with her strewn bread and all of her baked goods. And we'll also have Sandy Ridge Vineyards. We're going to have Lila, Bella Kate, and Tallulah. They're going to have vegetables and their farm fresh eggs. So come out and get you some eggs from the girls. Hill Daisy will be there. We'll have Miss Laura there. And she has some of the neatest... she has some of the neatest things. She has some industrial bird feeders. She's got stuff that she can create something beautiful out of just about anything. So come out and see what she has available. Hillbilly Homestead will be there. Shelly and her jellies, right? Shelly will be there with her apple butter and all of her jellies and jams. She also has duck eggs and chicken eggs, and she's been bringing some banana bread and that kind of stuff. So come on out and see Hillbilly Homestead. John Mueller with Rebecca, they're going to be there. John is our resident wood crafter, and he has some of the most beautiful creations, and Rebecca does too. She's got some beautiful crafts. I tell you what, that woman can make a rock look like $1 million. So we tease her about how, she's just so creative. So come on out and see them. Who else? Found a Pearl Farm, of course. Laura Wall's going to be there. She's got her goat's milk soap, or her goat's milk products. Soap is one of those products, and all of her baked goods, her cinnamon twisters, her cakes that we all love, and she's got sourdough breads, focaccia bread. She's got all kinds of things, and just little breakfast snacks. So go on down to Martha's Market in the morning, grab you some coffee from Alleyway Cafe, and come on up and get some breakfast. We'd love to see you. Feed Bag Rehab's going to be there tomorrow. Miss Pam, she's got her baskets. She keeps coming up with all these new beautiful creations, and she also has her recycled feed bag totes. So come on out. She really has quite the array of beautiful items. So how are we doing, Brian? Are we ready?
Yeah.
He's ready for me. Okay, let's turn this around. So what have
So I already reduced it down.
Okay.
And I went ahead and added the beef stock. So it's 2 cups of beef stock.
2 cups of beef stock.
Yeah.
So if you are joining us, hey Phil, if you're just joining us, we're making some braised short rib, braised short
beef short ribs.
Yeah, something like that. Beef short ribs. Brian browned the short ribs in a little bit of oil, took those out, put some veggies in the skillet and cooked them up, added some tomato paste, some red wine, and some beef stock, and
Yep.
now what?
So we're just going to add the short ribs back in here.
Okay.
If we can get it all in here.
I know, right? So that
Well, that
pan,
was close.
that one's not, that skillet's not as deep as the other. Debbie Williamson, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're doing well. Carolyn said, "Where's the extra red wine to taste?" I know. We'll have the extra. I know. Well, we'll probably.
It'll go good with the
It
glass
will
of red wine.
absolutely. It does go excellent with a glass of red wine. Whew, boy, that's. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we'll stop there.
Stop there. All right. So we've got our short ribs back in the cast iron skillet.
So we're just going to cover this with foil. And we're going to put it in our oven.
Be careful. You need to have a hot holder for that.
It's just a little hot.
It's just a little hot? Yeah.
So we're going to put it in the oven, 300 degrees for 2 hours.
300 degrees for 2 hours.
Yeah. And actually, I meant to bring this out earlier. So this is like...
That's the short rib.
Yeah, this is a short rib. So this is the large cut we do. And then this is the Korean cut. So these are actually 2 layers. So they're about
So it's cut really thin, and
Yep.
honestly, it looks just like bacon, but it has the bone on one side,
Yep,
and
down here.
yeah, and fat on the other. So when you grill those, it's really easy to trim the bone off and just eat the meat off of the.
So I went ahead
Oh wow!
and dished
So
one
the
up.
magic of Brian Dudash at Dudash Farms, right? He has
So
already
these,
prepared.
these are the large ones, and whether you smoke them or cook them in here, they're going to reduce down.
Yeah.
And I mean, these bones just pull
Did you
out.
see that, y'all? He just pulled that bone right out of there with his tongs. So,
Yeah.
Sharon Manning says, "Kim, your cornbread will never be the same after that." I know, Sharon. I know.
You're not helping. So
Oh, it'll never be the same. So, yeah, so you can see this short rib is a lot larger than the one that Brian put in the oven. But look, now, okay, you can see the bone here. Look, it literally just pulls right out of there. No effort whatsoever.
Yeah. So there's your fat layer on top.
Yep.
Obviously, you don't want to eat that. I guess
Well,
you could.
I don't want to eat
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Other
not.
people like
But
to
right
eat
in the
it.
middle, that's going to be your tender beef layer.
Yeah.
And these are the vegetables that cook down in the
Yeah.
sauce. And
you could actually make this look really pretty by putting your polenta down and your vegetables on top of
yeah,
it.
yeah. And of course, we have a bunch of green onions. So
Yes, we have green onions
you want to top it with some
from
green
the
onions.
garden.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what we're having for dinner. You guys, this recipe will be in our newsletter that'll be coming out, I guess, in a couple of weeks. But if you would like to have the recipe beforehand, just shoot me an email or us an email at dudashfarms@gmail.com and we will just send it right over to you. That would be great. It'd be such a treat. And then also, if you have not signed up for our newsletter, you need to go to our website, dudashfarms.com, and sign up for the newsletter there. We don't send out a lot of needless information. We basically just try to once a month keep you up to date on what's going on at the farm and share our recipes with you. So, and if you've never visited our website, there is a products and pricing a page with products and pricing. So if you're interested, if you've never purchased Dudash Farms products, we've got all of our products listed there. We sell at the Dandridge Farmers Market. We'll be there tomorrow, as I said, from 8 until noon. And then we also sell off the farm. So if you want to come out to the farm, take a little tour, pick up some product, just let us know. And then also, we do sell our products at Martha's Market in downtown Dandridge. So if you are watching and you are not from this area, but you do a lot of camping, or you're staying in a cabin or something like that, you can hop right down to Martha's Market there in downtown Dandridge and pick you up some Dudash Farms product. So yes, we would absolutely love for you to give us a try. All right, Brian. So are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's eat.
Well, let's eat, he says. All right, so there you go, gang. There's our braised beef short ribs. And Brian literally just pulled the bone out with his tongs, his fingers, the vegetables that we cooked alongside of that, and some polenta. So there we go. All right. So,
See you guys next week.
See you tomorrow. And
Okay,
then next
that's
week.
even better.
All right. See you. Thank you.